5 categories men put women in quite early in the dating and relationship place and space. Now, a lot of us get really annoyed and upset. Oh, I don't want to be in a category. I'm in God's category. I'm in the category of whatever. I understand that when I teach you ladies the truth about men or the reality about men, it's very difficult for us to absorb. And it's not because we hate men. It's because we've always thought that men were bigger versions of women. We always thought they were more muscly, more sexy versions of us in terms of what we find attractive as heterosexual women. We just don't realize how so very different they are and how they navigate. And if we're gonna be honest, just because we haven't really sat down and thought about this properly, because I can promise you men have not sat down and thought about what I'm going to share with you, it is something that happens automatically. We do it too. We as women have a sifting process. We have a vetting process, intentional, conscious or unconscious, but we have one. We will see a guy and we're like, he's friend zone. He'll be good for dates. He'll be good for, but he's the man I want to keep me. This is the man I want to pursue me. We all have little categories that we put men into. And we do that for our own reasons, and not to be mean, but it's just how we're wired. Men don't put women in these categories because they're trying to be mean or treat women like items. They put women in these categories so that they can actually see what it is they want, in the same way women do that. So category number 1 is the woman I call Miss Hit and Quit. Miss Hit and Quit is the woman who may very well be you. She's a lovely girl. He met you, but you are so sexually easily to access. Your access to you sexually is so easy. Everything about you says, I can sleep with this girl today in 2 hours and he will be right. Maybe you trade your body for attention, or you really truly believe in your heart that unless you sleep with a man real soon and real quick, he won't choose you. Or maybe you're just a girl that just loves to get laid and your relationship with sex is very free. And you like to let it flow and let it go. Whatever your reasons are, whatever your situation, you are the woman that he knows quite intuitively, very intuitively in fact, that he can lay with you. He can have you in his bed by a certain amount of time with very little effort, with very little investment. Men love this kind of woman especially when they're not dating. This woman is actually a lot of men's fantasies. She's the girl men dream of, a woman, a gorgeous, beautiful woman who just walk up to him and say, let's get it on, basically, because that situation means no investment, no effort required. I can actually just enjoy her. And that's exactly what they will do. They will enjoy you. And when they're done enjoying you, they'll put you right back where they found you and go about their lives. Miss Hit and Quit is the woman that you will go into that category if you do not have sexual discipline, if you do not have sexual selectiveness. You will end up always as Miss Hit and Quit, because the way you live your life also has an energy signature. When men feel men access you easily, every man can smell that. Every man intuitively will pick that up in his body and know that this is the kind of woman that you are. And it's really sad to me, because just because you are this woman doesn't mean that you don't really genuinely want love and connection. Unfortunately, or fortunately, as the case may be, in order to get love and connection for a man, a woman has to move in high value ways and manage her sexuality in high value ways. And this is something that we can discuss in detail in the House of Swans when you join, and or when you speak to your coach on your complimentary call. The House of Swans is the new portal for the Black Swan Relationship Academy. The House of Swans is where you will be able to completely access me and those of you who are serious, focused, and committed to your Black Swan journey. In the House of Swans, you will get access to many of the courses in the academy depending on your subscription level. But most importantly, you will get the exclusive courses I am creating only for the women in the House of Swans. So far, we've been talking about the power dynamics between men and women, sharing things that I will never share on public platforms, giving you insight so you understand how power flows between the masculine and the feminine. I'm also sharing about how to be completely and totally unforgettable in the bedroom, how to get a man to be completely and absolutely generous with you. And all you have to do to be a part of this elite society is to click the link in bio. And if you're watching this on Instagram, comment the word swans and a link will be sent to you. Love you lots. Number 2, we have our placeholder. The placeholder is a sweet girl. She is lovely in every way. She's a sweet, loving, sweet girl. Everything about her is nice and she's good. Otherwise, she would be somebody else's wife. Unfortunately, she's just not his wife. He can see that this woman is great quality, but she's not my girl. He's looking for something else. But because women like you tend to be quite rare, he doesn't want to let you go. So you will be fine. You will do. Maybe you're just not his physical type, but in every way, great. Maybe you're just not his lifestyle type, but maybe you're great. Maybe you're just not the expectation of others for him, but maybe you're great. It's easy to fall into the placeholder category because in the placeholder category, you kind of get a pseudo boyfriend. He never quite commits, but he behaves like a boyfriend because he knows that the type of woman that you are would not tolerate anything other than a certain kind of behavior from a man. Yet still, you are a placeholder. If he never finds the woman that he really wanted, he will eventually marry you. The placeholder is the girl that has been waiting for the ring for the last 5-6 years. The placeholder is the girl that hasn't quite got the commitment to be girlfriend and boyfriend, but she sees him regularly and they talk, but he won't quite commit. The placeholder is the woman that he's not passionate about. He doesn't give his all, his best to, but he gives her enough to keep her coming. Placeholders positions are very common, especially for women who are a little bit higher quality, and it's really important that you observe and you set your standards about what you expect and when you expect them internally, so that when you don't see it, you know it's time to walk away. The next one is the dream girl. This is your black swan. This is the woman that is high status, high quality, high value woman, and he has met his own match. This means that he has met a woman on his level, a woman he can afford, a woman that he can spoil, a woman that he can take care of on his level, and she is everything he's ever wanted. She is his physical type. She is a lady. She is elegant. She's sophisticated. She's loyal. She's supportive. She's got his back. This woman is the dream, his dream girl. A dream girl can come in different shapes, sizes, and forms, but as long as he perceives you as the kind of woman that he can take care of, the kind of woman that he can take responsibility for, the kind of woman that he can give what she needs and what she wants, he's capable and competent of impressing you, of leading you, of being your hero, and you're still very high status. This is a man's dream girl. If you, and we're going to talk about her antithesis, her other side, that can really go wrong. The dream girl always has to make sure that she dates men on her level. The dream girl must only ever date men who are on her level or higher, because if she doesn't, she's going to become this next girl. This next girl is the out of my league girl. This is a woman who is accomplished, who's beautiful, who's a black swan in every way, except she dates down. She dates down because she thinks at least this one might choose me. Maybe this one will do. She dates down in terms of quality, how she wants to be treated. She dates down in terms of what this man can provide, because she wants to work with him. She wants to build with a brother. She wants to build with a man and build empires with him, and she sees his potential. This woman will always fall into the out of my league category. When a man dates a woman that is out of his league, he will love it at first. He won't be able to believe his luck. He will be in paradise until he sees you live your life, until he sees you make deals that he could never dream of dreaming, until he sees how you move and realizes that he is not on the same vibrational frequency, when he realizes that he doesn't even interact with the world the way you interact with the world. When he sees that you are on a whole other level, his masculinity begins to feel inferior. He starts to feel like, I have nothing to give her. I have nothing to offer her. And I am just a loser. And very soon, she's going to figure it out. And it doesn't matter what you think about it. He is ultimately going to bail. He's going to run away, walk away. He may even start calling you disrespectful. He will start finding little reasons why you are not good enough for him, when really it is a projection of himself. Eventually, this relationship will absolutely come to an end. Then we have Miss Fetish. The fifth one is Miss Fetish. Miss Fetish is the woman that a man would never marry, never date, never bring to his friends, but would enjoy in private. The fetish can be any of us. It can be a 25-year-old boy who wants to sleep with a 50-year-old before he dies. And this 50-year-old is sexy and she's fun and she gives him all he wants and could ever need in the bedroom. But unfortunately, he can't take her home to mama. He can't show her off to his friends. He can't walk in and get the status that he wants with his 50-year-old. It could be the size. You could be very slim, and maybe slim is not what works. Any of us can fall into the fetish. And usually the fetish is when a relationship feels like, or an approach from a man feels like it doesn't fit. Why would somebody like you want to be with a girl like me? In a non-insecure way. When you say to yourself, I'm 47, a 21-year-old wants to date me, I know it cannot possibly be for a future. I have to be wise enough to know that this is a fetish. This is something that he would like to do before he dies. And if I'm going to engage this young man, I have to know that we're doing this for just a bit of fun, if fun is actually what I'm after. It's really important that we don't fall prey to foolishness. Some men like big women. That's what they find sexually attractive. The bigger, the better. But maybe they don't want to be seen by their friends with a bigger woman. So you have to do your vetting. You have to go on dates out on the streets to see how he is when he's walking around with you. Some men want to date women from other races. They have a thing for white women, black women, whatever women, Hispanic women, Chinese women, Asian women, Indian women. They have a fetish for it, but their family would never accept it. And so you fall into the fetish realm. You are always the girl that he never wants to be seen publicly with. The girl that he will never introduce to anyone in his life that matters. There's something about you. Maybe you have a disability. Maybe whatever the case may be very careful, because men will pursue their fetishes. They love sexual variety. They want to try a bit of this with a little bit of that person. And it's not up to men to police themselves, because that's between them and God and their own accountability circles. It's more important that we as women become very selective and look out for the signs of what's actually going on. Now, I said when I did this reel on Instagram, which girl are you? The truth be told is we are every girl. What really matters, we're every girl in the respect of the man that's coming. We may very well be high value, high status, and high worth woman, but there's always going to be some idiot who thinks he can hit and quit. There's always going to be some idiot who thinks he can put us in the placeholder. There's always some man who thinks he can fetish us. There's always some man who believes that he can put us in a category that we do not belong. It is up to us to maintain our high value status, to maintain our femininity, and to deselect men who do not treat us as though we are their dream girl. Because black swans only accept dream girl treatment. Dream girl treatment. We will only accept dream girl energy coming our way. If that is not on offer, we will not entertain any other energy. We will not entertain any other offering. This is a promise that you must make yourself. This is a promise you must make and keep if you truly love yourself and you're really ready for the man that is going to love you the way you crave and deserve. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. In the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye now. If you've been listening to this broadcast, you feel that you identify with anything that I have said, I want you to know that we're not leaving you on your own. Actually, I have created a complimentary initial call with my coaches. You will be able from today onwards to call one of the coaches and have a conversation about the particular issue that is bothering you. This call is completely free, no obligation. It is our ministry and our service to you to make sure that we get to touch base with you, understand what's going on with you, and actually give you a moment to speak with a professional, maybe even for the first time in your life. But I don't know how long I'll be able to offer this to you, my darling swan. But whilst it is here and you're watching this video, please find the link below, or if you're on Instagram, comment help. Take care of you.